So, you want to review music, but how do you do it? In a world where music is the epitome of human connection, human values, and most importantly, I actually forgot the third one, and human consciousness. So it makes complete sense as to why people want to review music. But how exactly should people review music? You see, it isn't as simple as you may think it is. In fact, the idea of reviewing music requires you to use the human ear, in which, let's be completely honest, we've pretty much forgotten how to use over the course of human evolution. But let's say you have that ideal ear, the ear that can help you make out the crazy, wacky, and just wow of the music that you're listening to. And with that, you'll be able to hear things that are just simply in plain sight. Just like how I'm not even using the microphone, I'm using my phone. But on a serious note though, how exactly do you review music? I mean, do you really just sit there and review about an album? Like Justin Bieber? But what if there was more to this? I will be giving you all the information necessary to determine whether a track is good or whether a track is bad. And let's get straight into the video. Pranked again. Wow, we're outside. I don't think I've been outside in 2 years, so this is pretty incredible. It's like 65 degrees out here in February. Come on, give me some, yeah, come on, give me some. Point number one for when reviewing music is to not listen to public opinion. Let me get into more what I mean about that. But first, top 3 worst things that can happen to you. You could be an Espen fan. You could be born Australian. Or you could be that guy that gets his music taste from other people's opinions. Now, don't get me wrong. We all want to be liked in the eyes of the public. Just think about it. Imagine you're that guy that is just right about everything he says. Someone like Anthony Fantano. Hi everyone. Ransom's the nonchalant baller here, back with another review on the new Justin Bieber album, My World. This album exceeds in so many categories, but this LP overall... Now, of course, someone like me is better than this. After all, my favorite artists are Lana Del Rey, Olivia Rodrigo, and of course, Ariana Grande. And yes, ladies, I'm 6'3".
You're actually 5'2".
Yeah, no, I know. But just for this video, we're gonna pretend. But why exactly is it a bad thing to listen to public opinion? Think of it like this. While listening to other people's opinion, why should yours in specifically matter? You don't share any kind of uniqueness. You just kind of become like everybody else. You have no idea how many albums of all time lists I've seen with To Pimp a Butterfly and Stevie Wonder in the top 5. It's getting really old. In fact, these lists are so common, you know, they're basically the same, which begs the question, are these opinions legitimate or have they been influenced? Now listen, one thing you need to know about me is I'm not a numbers guy, but that's okay because we're still gonna try to use numbers to determine the truth. And that truth is, do people really make up their own minds when listening to music? And for that, we're gonna need to do some number crunching. And for that, I'm gonna need to call an expert.
Hello?
Hello, Kellen. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing pretty good, man. How are you?
Good. I'm doing all right. Hey, listen. I'm gonna need you to analyze this information I just found.
Oh, all right. What kind of information?
Let's just say it's some pretty interesting stuff. I'm gonna need you to come over here and take a look at it. Sound good?
Yeah, sounds great.
All right. I'll see you in a bit. But what kind of information did I find? Let me explain it super quickly before my expert gets here. Basically, these diagrams show some of my findings on some of the top music rating websites on the internet, specifically their top albums of all time. These lines show how close they are to each other, which represents how similar these websites are to one another. This is where my suspicions come in, because with music being such a subjective topic, there's no way that all of these music sites are projecting the same results every single time. I did some further research and some further number crunching to figure out the solution, and what I found was there's our guy. Kellen, hi, hello.
Hey.
How you doing?
Pretty good. How are you?
Good, I'm doing all right. Well, you are our expert. I want you to look at some data I found, and this data is on the popular music taste opinions on the internet. How about you come over here and take a look?
All right. Well, to be honest with you, Ransom, this data doesn't really fully represent the entire picture because there are multiple factors that can each cause certain types of data to give their results, and basically the number one reason as to why these results occur are to external influences that can basically...
I knew it. Oh, I'm a genius, Kellen. Oh, I'm a genius. Thank you, Kellen, very much for your time. I really, really appreciate your expert opinion.
What exactly did I say?
You said exactly what we needed to hear. Thanks, Kellen, again. I appreciate it. But on a serious note, what does this actually mean? Music taste, as we all know, is subjective. But here's the thing with all of us. We all want to be looked at as someone with a superior music taste, even if that means portraying what we actually like to listen to ourselves. And I am not the only one that believes this. In fact, one of my most common types of comments on my videos are people pointing out, hey, the best music taste is your own music taste. So stop going on those websites trying to fabricate a music opinion and saying that Radiohead is your most listened to, because we all know that's not true. When you're reviewing an album, talk about how it stands out to you. Don't listen to what Fantano says. Don't listen to what I say. Drown out the noise for once. Listen to an album and be like, what do I like or what do I not like about it? It's very simple.
But enough of the simple. Let's get technical. Let's get into the very specifics of listening and reviewing music, which brings us to point number 2.
Analyzing music. But what does analyzing music really mean? Are you in the lab studying how it all works? No, of course you're not. To be honest with you, that stuff's for nerds. You are a normal human being. So the best way to analyze music is to compare and contrast. But how do you do that? It's like how you were in school comparing articles in English class. Now, did you want to be doing all that? No, of course you didn't. I mean, that's not even a question. However, with music, it's a little different. I mean, for one, it's more entertaining. You're consuming a source of information that is actually appealing to you. But I'm talking too much. So I think it's time I actually show you visually how to get fully locked in and engaged when it comes to reviewing music. Check it out. Hi, and welcome to the laboratory. You probably remember this area when I, dissed Australians a few years back. Anyway, today I'm gonna be showing you how to analyze music visually. Because it's one thing for me to talk behind a green screen with sound effects and memes. For some of you, half of it goes right over your head. So I think if I showed you practically, it would save my viewer retention from the deep, dark grave it is in. So without further ado, let's get into the analyzing process. Sponsor me, please. First thing you're gonna do is get an album. Any album will do. I'm gonna pick The Life of Pablo, as it's my favorite album. Boom. Now, how do you analyze an album without becoming a total nerd? Let me show you. First, ask yourself, why? Why this album? Why have you chosen to listen to this one out of all the thousands that are out there? And with that, you're like 50% done. Let me explain why. By asking yourself, hey, why this album? You're opening the door to so many more questions. Now, to complete the process of listening to the album, you're gonna listen to every single track all the way through. And I know for some, I've already lost you. I know this is gonna be a hard one for some people. Imagine you only listen to 2 tracks and that's it. The album must really suck. The album must be goodbye and good riddance. But now look, if we were to take every single song to the very point until it crashes, you can now officially say that you've listened to every single song because now you have a result. Hence, the total breakdown. And finally, the last step, and in my opinion, the most important, compare and contrast. Take two albums, preferably of the same genre. Do this and say, hey, what's different about this? What's different about that? It gives you a good benchmark and kind of helps you really, know what you're talking about. And the best part, anyone can do this. You don't need this unnecessary music theory stuff. You do not need all that. We can actually say that we've listened to the full thing and give an account for it. Now, whatever that account is totally up to you. You could write a 5-paragraph essay, or you could just say, ooh, I like how the beat sounded on track 7. You could totally do that as well. And to top up on that, if you wanted to be that kind of person to find the most miniature, small detail and make your whole personality about that, oh, you could do that as well. But yeah, that's how you analyze music, so. -1 likes, and then we'll bring back the Ransomz lab. Thank you. Now, we're not fully done yet, but first of all, if you've made it this far in this video, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for being part of my YouTube journey. I would totally do it again. Now, first, we established how to make up your mind when listening to music. We just talked about how to analyze it, but what about rating the music? How exactly do you do that? What if I told you? It's actually really easy. First things first, how do you rate music? Well, there's actually many different ways you can do this. You could go a simple 1 through 10, but in my opinion, I feel like that doesn't capture the full picture. Imagine there was a way to review an album that's completely legit and it just makes sense. Actually, come to think of it, there is a way.
Okay guys, we need to make sure that the rating music department is fully secure and that no one can break into it. You got it, guys?
Yes, sir. Former President Bush serious, we got it.
WTF is going on? Who just broke into the secret vault?
It has happening here, так like at cameras, has getting enough.
Okay, I'm looking right now.
And it is god-awful. What's popping?
Wow, that guy has motion. Now chase him before he gets away. Send your best drivers, Dimitri.
Yes, boss. Have you never get away with our secrets?
Mission Control, this is Ransomz. I repeat, this is Ransomz. We've managed to infiltrate the department and we are coming back with their secrets. So it turns out you can rate music by putting them into different categories such as lyrics, production, vocals, replay value. Oh, that guy just got wrecked. Oh my god. And a whole bunch of different options.
What's popping?
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. When it comes to rating your music, you can have categories for each aspect of the music. I know. Huge shocker here. I'm sure you knew this method existed. It's not exactly like an ancient secret, so why would I even mention it? Well, it's simple. For some people, they love having extra perspectives on the music that they listen to. It brings in a bigger picture overall instead of just one simple 1 through 10 rating. This is the shortest section of the video because realistically, there's not much to talk about. It's pretty straightforward. And it's not like I'm talking to orangutans. It's pretty, obvious, let's just say. The main thing is to rate it how you want to. Again, if you want to write a 7-paragraph essay on To Pimp a Butterfly, you can absolutely do that. Or if you want to talk about how much you love the beat on some NCS track, you could absolutely do that as well. It's all fun and games. It's all kind of a free-for-all, okay? It's totally subjective. Do whatever you want. However, there is one more thing that I would like to talk about before we end the video. So, you may now be asking, Ransomz, should I go ahead and review music myself? Yeah, and to that I would say yes, absolutely. Because the one thing that's so great about music is it forms communities and it harmonizes everybody. It's a gateway to discussion. So yes, absolutely do it if you're thinking about it. Okay, now, if you'll excuse me, I'm actually gonna leave now. I'm actually gonna leave now. I'm not gonna come back, this time.
Are you serious?
Yeah, just take this last section of the video, put it at the end, and just upload it. Thanks for watching. YouTube's best editor is off the grid.
Oh my gosh. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I don't know what he wants me to do. Jeez. He's serious. He's actually serious. What the heck? I don't know how to upload this. It's gonna suck. Oh well.